Pat Doris. Welcome to The Story. We're coming to you from the Lentz neighborhood today, and we're going to talk about trees, where they are and where they are not in our city. We're also going to take a look at an interesting and somewhat troubling city study that talks about danger for the tree canopy. Portland is a city proud of its trees, protective too. So protective that there's a list of which trees you can and cannot plant. The idea is to create diversity in the species and keep pests from wiping out the canopy. So far, so good on that front. The city also cares enough about trees to count them every 5 years. That's been going on since the year 2000. The most recent count, from 2015 to 2020, just came out. And for the first time, the number of trees have fallen. Jeff Ramsey is a science and policy specialist with Portland Parks.
We're estimating that we lost 800 acres of canopy, a little bit more than that, which over 5 years, that's losing the equivalent of Mount Tabor Park, that size chunk of our tree canopy every year for 5 years.
They tell stories. They tell stories like.
Vivek Chandas is a scientist at Portland State University who studies trees. He said in 2014, a study of the greater Portland area found more than 13 million trees that were 50 feet tall or higher.
That number is pretty large, and so we're not really talking about too much difference from that number from 2014 to 2022 now.
That's a lot of trees.
It's a lot of trees.
So there's a bit of context. The city of Portland lost trees over 5 years, but overall it's not a stunning drop for the bigger area. Still, it is concerning, and the loss was bigger on Portland's east side.
Preliminary evidence would suggest that the overall distribution, two things I'll say is overall distribution of canopy. We've seen a lot more loss of tree canopy in the east part of Portland than we have in other parts of Portland. And that's a pattern that actually is a bit concerning, in part because those are the areas of Portland that in many ways are the hottest parts of town, including the neighborhood of Lentz, where we're now standing.
It may be obvious that more trees mean more shade and some cooling on hot summer days, but Chandas demonstrated the point during our summer heat dome when he measured the temperature in different parts of Portland.
What we saw in this neighborhood of Lentz was a temperature reading of 125 degrees.
Wow.
And it was 124.5, I'm rounding up, but nevertheless, it was about 125 degrees in one area and 99 degrees in northwest Portland.
So yes, trees are important. The city goal is having 33% of every neighborhood covered by the tree canopy. The most recent report found it to be just under 30%. That's down from nearly 31% in 2015. Vivek said the biggest reason for the loss is development of new housing or remodeling. Trees are being taken out and not replaced fast enough. And he said that has an impact on everyone.
Because we know that places that have a lot of trees tend to have a variety of improved health outcomes. People generally have lower rates of asthma. People generally have much better mental health in areas that have a verdant tree canopy.
So next time you see a tree, say thank you. By the way, city leaders have said the new report shows action is needed now to replace the trees that we're losing, although they did not say what that action would be. By the way, we love to hear your comments on our stories and whatever you think that we should be looking into. The ways that you can contact us right there at the bottom of your screen. You could email us at thestory@kgw.com or give us a call, leave us a voicemail. The number is 503-226-5090.